greetings, sacred sisters. June Allen here. So happy to be on this live today. Thank you so much for joining me. So, my name is June Allen, and I am the founder of the Art of Greatness at juneallen.net. So today I have a healing hack. Okay, today I have a healing hack for you. How can you repair? Okay, a trigger in 3 simple steps. I'm going to show you today how to repair a trigger in 3 simple steps. Okay, so with the holidays and everything around the corner and everything going on around, COVID, are you going to go there or not? If you do end up going, this is going to really help you. This is really going to help you. So if you're going to have to deal with family members and maybe they get on your nerves or whatever, this is really going to help. Okay, so 3 steps. The 3 steps are, okay, so initially you get triggered by something. What's the feeling? First, you have to be able to identify identify the feeling. Now, obviously, you can do this in your head. If you need to kind of remove yourself from that person or that situation temporarily, go to the loo or something like that, you can do this really quickly, and it's going to be a really simple way for you to ground yourself as well. So before you actually react to that person, you might not react. You might react to that person unnecessarily. So if you can kind of remove yourself from the situation to do this 3-step process, it will be easier and might be safer for you, emotionally safer for you to do it that way as well. So first of all, you need to identify the feeling. What is it? Anger? Is it shame? Is it rage? Is it disappointment? Is it sadness? Is it whatever it is that this person has triggered in you? It's important first to really identify the feeling. It might also be worth you thinking, okay, is it really something to do with this particular person, or am I feeling this way because it reminds me of something in the past? Okay, is the feeling that you're having really about this particular person, or is it really about something that happened in your past that this person is triggering, is making it come alive in you again? Because that's also going to have an impact on what you do with that situation. Okay, so the first thing that you're doing is you're identifying the feeling. Okay, you're identifying the feeling and if it's current or if it's historical. Okay, the second step is, what do you need as a result of how you feel? What do you need as a result of how you feel? Now, obviously, if you've identified that that the trigger is something from the past, there may not be anything that you need to do in this current situation other than just acknowledge that's just how you feel, acknowledging that it is something from the past, and you're just going to take care of yourself in whatever way you need to take care of yourself. But you know that there's really nothing to do with that person in the present. If it is something to do with that person in the present, you have to think to yourself, okay, well, what do I need right now in this moment? Do I still really do I need space? Do I need do I really need to remove myself from this person? Is this situation still feeling safe for me at any level, or do I really need to think about, okay, I need to think about removing myself, making my excuses, or whatever it is? And this is what the third thing is. What you need to do is, what do you need to do? What do you need to do to actually make sure that trigger, that you can basically put yourself back in a situation that feels safe? And it might be that you do need to leave. It might be that you just need to take a moment, go to the loo, go to another room, move yourself from that particular conversation that's feeling triggering. Obviously, it's hard to be specific because obviously all the situations are going to be different. But the main point in all of this is to listen to your body, to listen to your needs, to listen to what your body and your being is telling you. And don't ignore that. And you don't necessarily have to react straight away. But if you, again, like I said in the beginning, if you can remove yourself from that situation temporarily, go to the loo or whatever, and just give yourself a moment to breathe into it, pause, and really think about what's happened, and think about, is it from the past or is it current, and what you need in that moment, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to respond. If that person has been rude or out of order or whatever, and you need to set a boundary, then you can go back in there and just say, look, I'm not going to have that conversation about that particular thing, or I would appreciate it if you don't speak to me that way. Whatever feels comfortable for you to show up for yourself. And we all know that this time of year is a very difficult time for a lot of people in terms of family and stuff like that. And even though we're not, because of COVID and everything, we may not be spending as much time with them as we would ordinarily have liked to, especially in the UK. We're in just gone back into tier 4 again, so a lot, Christmas has basically been cancelled in terms of the UK. But there still might be phone conversations, there might still be Zoom calls and stuff like that. So it's still important to think about where your boundaries are. And if you're going into a situation where you're with somebody who has been particularly triggering for you in the past, then it might be worth you thinking about for yourself what conversations you are willing to engage in and which conversations that you're not. I recently did a whole masterclass on setting boundaries with family members and thinking about what's right for you and all of that kind of stuff, and thinking about being clear with yourself about the types of conversations that you're willing and you're not willing to have. And one of the things that came up quite a lot was how to deal with family members that comment on your weight, that are just really inappropriate around your body situation. And so, it was really important for the ladies to be clear within themselves, and I even gave them some examples of, what to say to people that were being inappropriate around their body, So, and an example of that is, my body is my business. My body is my business. My body is not any of your business, and I'm not going to have that conversation with you. It's as simple as that. Okay, so your body situation is your business. So don't let anybody try to shame you, talk to you about your body or your weight that's inappropriate, that's not anything to do with anybody else. Your body is your business, and you have the right to say, actually, I'm not going to have that conversation. Okay, so have a think about those things. Whatever the triggers may be. Obviously, I've just used the weight conversation as an example because it's very common at this time of year. I remember seeing a meme actually last year. Somebody put, "You've gained weight" is not an appropriate greeting at the holiday time, because you open the door, you meet people, and that's one of the first things they say. Oh, you've put on weight, or they say something about your hair, or what's, and it's just inappropriate. It's inappropriate, and family members do sometimes think that they can do these things to us or to you, and think it's okay. And if it's not okay for you, then it's okay for you to say, actually, I don't really want to talk about that, or, can you not comment on my weight or whatever it is. Okay. So those are the 3 steps, okay, for trigger repair. So number 1, how do you feel? Making sure you're clear on, is it historical or is it current? Number 2, what do you need? Do you need reassurance? Do you need support? Do you need to remove yourself? And number 3, what is the action that you need to take around it? Do you actually need to leave the event altogether? Do you need to just leave the room? Do you need to just leave the conversation? As in change the conversation, set a boundary, say, no, I don't want to talk about that, change the conversation. You decide what's right for you. And if it's the first time that you're doing this with family members, be prepared. There might be a little bit of backlash. Then you might get a little bit of backlash, but just stand firm in it. Stand firm, okay? Because you don't need to put up with that from anybody. And just know that even if you do feel a bit guilty or whatever after setting your boundary, that's normal. But stand firm in what you say. Stand firm in what you say. Because you deserve to have a really great holiday season, and you deserve to be around people that are going to be respectful of who you are. All right? So that's your 3-step trigger repair healing hack. So have a good day, however you choose to spend the rest of it. Thank you for joining me. If you want any more information about anything that I've spoken about today, you can go to my website at juneallen.net, or yes, you can go to heal.juneallen.net. There's loads of information there about how you can get more support, join my mastermind, all of that good stuff. All right, so hopefully, just reach out if you need any more support. Send me a direct message, or you can email me info@guideofgreatness.com. All right, take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Bye.